How was the review, lads?
It was a very good review, yeah, as they always are. Very honest, and there's a few boys a bit scratchy at the moment, which is great. It's where you want to be on a Monday, not feeling comfortable at all, and plenty of edge in camp, so there's a lot to work on. We obviously didn't put an 80-minute performance together on Thursday night, and that's going to be the challenge this week.
What are the overarching things that you take out of what was a pretty wild test?
Well, it's reassuring that when we do what we train, we can perform really well, but we can't allow us to have mental lapses which give them easy tries and the ability to make it a contest right down the stretch come 80 minutes when it was all tied up. So we shot ourselves in the foot. We gave up a comprehensive lead, and a lot of it was individual errors or mental lapses.
Do you drill down into that in terms of, I don't know, why it happens when you build a lead and lead a team back like that?
Yeah, that was I guess what we focused on in the review, and to be honest, a lot of it was individual errors rather than team system errors. So there were some shots fired in there, and a good opportunity for us to look in the mirror at ourselves and our prep. Getting a little bit complacent when you've got a lead like we had. We've got to give them credit. They always come back, they always back themselves, and no matter the deficit, we knew that they'd fight.
But are you more conscious and aware, I suppose, given the way that game ended and the delay of game call? Are you, like, as a kicker and someone who kicks the touch, is it something you're now more maybe aware of and more conscious of?
Oh, you're always aware of the referee, the other one's in charge, so yes, you play the game a little bit, you wait for that warning if you're trying to run down the clock, and then you kick the ball out or play on, whatever it is. So of course, with the one with the ball, and if the ref asks us to get on with it, we do.
Aaron, what was your big takeaway from the weekend in terms of just, I guess, this inconsistency again that's you're trying to leave behind you?
Yeah, I think the result was fantastic for our team to be able to get a win, keep the Bledisloe. But the lessons we learned from that sort of 56-minute mark on, we need to take those and really knuckle down, because we knew it was going to be a very hard test. Dry ball under an amazing stadium, and for us to start really well, which is something we've been trying to always do, to shoot out to a 10-point lead was really great, but then to let them back in through the pressure we put ourselves under, skill execution and discipline, and then just that, getting a little bit complacent and just some individuals making simple moments, and the Aussies will always keep throwing punches, and they were able to capitalise on our skill execution, and that, especially after from 50 minutes on to about the 78th, it was pretty tough. We were only able to win one penalty in that sort of big stretch there, and Aussie really took the momentum of that game. So good thing is, though, a lot of that is under our control. If we made some tackles, if we nailed some moments, would be a different result today. But again, like I said at the start, it's just great that we got a win.
Mm-hmm. In some ways, does that set you up for this week, though? You're a bit scratchy, it's almost like coming off a loss in a way, the way you've kind of reviewed it, and that. Does it set the week up well?
Oh, for sure. That review was pretty honest for some people, and made you look at your own, and a lot of it was around your mindset when we did score that third try. But a lot of those points we scored was when they had 14 men, so we need to look at it really honestly, that within that time when they were 15 on 15, it was pretty level. So going into Eden Park, though, it's very exciting, and with the rugby championship and everything, it's massive. It's a final, and to be a part of a game like this is very special. Take the learnings from today, go out tomorrow and train them, let a bit of anger out of what got called out in the review. They're all things we can control: our mindset, our focus on the moment in front of us, and not letting the scoreboard dictate how we change or how we play.
Aaron, what sort of response do you expect from the Wallabies, I suppose, especially given the way and the manner in which that game ended?
I think the Wallabies will always front up physically, They play a really exciting brand of footy, and they always love coming to Eden Park, and I don't expect anything different. They're going to pick a team that's going to try to beat us up. They're going to try to pick a team that's going to want to play with the ball. And I think it's more the focus on what we're going to do this week, what we want to clean up as a team. But the opportunity to, our last game at home, everything boils down to this weekend, and we've given ourselves a shot. And I'm pretty excited now the review's done. Get the plans for this week and hoe in.
Beauden, just like you talked about the lead that you guys gave up, obviously, but just from like an attack perspective, a lot of positives to take out of the way you guys attacked and the manner in which you guys were able to play with ball in hand?
Yeah, of course. It was always going to be potentially a great attacking game under the roof, and playing against Australia, the ball is in play and it flows a lot better, just given, I guess, the attitudes that we like to play the game. So this week might be a little bit different. Obviously, Eden Park, it might be wet, but in terms of our DNA and our breakdown and the things that make or give us opportunities to attack space won't change no matter where we play. So that's always the focus for us. And like Aaron said, we'll come up with a plan, make some adjustments on what we did on Thursday night, and get excited about training those this week.
Beauden, slotting in alongside Geordie at 12 there, how do you reckon he went?
Well, he was at 12, I was at 15, but it was good to see him move in, and he was the third 12 on the pitch. I thought he went really well. It's a position that isn't too foreign. He played a lot at school and for Lincoln and Canterbury and under 20s, so he's very capable there. I don't know what it will mean for this week, but he has some desire to play there.
Did you guys meet Aquaman yesterday?
I didn't know.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No, I got here a bit late. I saw him though. He's a very cool guy, and the boy said he was lovely. So I was a bit gutted. I was in a bit of a rush, but he was very high energy, and that kind of. He was already famous, so I was a bit scared.
But Bodie, you guys seem to be at your best when you play at pace and up tempo, and occasionally you might look a little bit frustrated when teams delay or slow things down. Are you sort of hoping that this is the way forward now in terms of officiating? Fewer delays in test?
I think as a fan, you don't want stoppages. You want to see a free-flowing game, and certainly to play it, I think fitter players should be rewarded by less stoppages and keeping the ball in play, and basically a better product of rugby. So that suits me and suits New Zealand rugby for sure. So hopefully we're trending in the right direction.
Aaron, do you feel the same way, mate?
Yep, definitely think they're trying to do everything they can, and for periods of that game it was very fast, and it's just unlucky it's got to this.
Aaron, this rugby championship's been so unpredictable. You've played in this competition a lot. What's it been like to be part of compared to all the previous vision that really keep you on your toes even going into this test?
Yeah, I think with the way the year started for us, we're literally being one game focused, and we're chasing that consistency, and we finally got a back-to-back performance as a team. But this weekend, the occasion, everything on the line, we've got an opportunity, and that's the best thing about what's happened in the last month is we've given ourselves a chance to try win the rugby championship. But we know we can't be outcome focused. Everything's around our prep this week, and we've had some of our best prep weeks in the last 6 weeks, and it needs to be right on the money. And it started this morning in the gym, do our meetings and plans this arvo, and then we go test it tomorrow. So it's going to be a thriller, and if we saw what the Box and Argy game, watching that yesterday morning was pretty special. An 80-minute performance, two teams not wanting to give up, and this rugby championship, produces some quality performances, and this weekend's going to be the same.
Beauden, if you're when things pan out, if you're required to slot in at 15 from the start, do you feel that that's pretty seamless given all the rugby you've played there in the last few years?
Yeah, I think so, and I take a lot of confidence in trusting the test week's preparation, so training on I've got 4 days to get out there with the boys and prepare for a test match. So who knows what will happen, but yeah, of course. to answer
Yeah,
your
with
question.
you and Richie, it's pretty instinctive, isn't it? Jumping in there at first receiver, he was saying, there was a moment he couldn't get to the play and he was worried about getting there, then you were there instantly, sort of thing. Do you feel it's pretty instinctive now with you two guys?
Yeah, it is. I think sometimes I do crowd him a little bit too much naturally, so it's just still giving him that first receiver priority and getting better at playing off him as a second receiver. But yeah, I really enjoy it.
Guys, Bodie, how's Quinn? And obviously he's going to be disappointed with what happened. Do you guys have a view on that incident in terms of the coming in from the side, potentially targeting the knee?
Yeah, we do. We do. I thought it was. I feel for Quinn. He basically didn't see it coming. He was a sitting duck, and it was a bit of a free shot. So I feel for him because he's going to be out of the game for a long period of time, and I'm not too sure what's happening in their camp with Darcy Swain. So yeah, of course I feel for him. We don't like to see these sorts of injuries, and don't know about you, Nuggy.
Yeah, seeing Quinn like that is, on Friday was pretty tough. So you always fear for the brothers, and injuries happen in rugby, but some can be controlled.